Alright guys, I just finished to create 1 month for content for my Instagram account and I want to share with you my strategy. I personally manage more than 10 Instagram profiles for myself and for my clients, and whenever it comes to save some time for something more valuable, I'm always for this, and I have established my personal process to automate your content and schedule your content in advance, and I want to share with you the strategy in this video, and let's begin. When it comes to content creation, especially for social media, it can be so overwhelming. And if you as a business owner depend entirely on generating sales through social media, this can be also very challenging for you if you do not plan your content ahead. Why is this so important? Well, first of all, to not make yourself stressed to publish an Instagram post whenever you have a spare minute or whenever you feel like. The second point is Instagram really likes to be fed with the fresh content on the constant base. This is how Instagram algorithm works, and it always appreciates when you publish fresh content on Instagram. And sometimes we do not have time, we are busy with something else, we forget, we don't feel like we want to publish an Instagram post. A lot of things can go wrong if you do not prepare the content ahead. The other thing that is really important is Instagram perceived by a user not as a single image, it's perceived as a whole image. Just think about this like a magazine. So once you open a magazine, you don't look just on one single image, but you look on the whole page or even several pages. This is how you get the perception whether you like this magazine or not, right? So if you aren't planning your content ahead, you cannot understand how one image can be complementing another image. And content planning in advance will help you to see the whole image of your Instagram profile and create this so-called cohesive Instagram feed, right? And normally, more aesthetic look your Instagram have, the more chances that you're gonna win this on Instagram algorithm and grab your customers' attention. So now let's dive into the process, how I do it step by step. And step number one is generating ideas for your Instagram post. Now, here's the thing. Whenever I scroll through Instagram feed just to entertain yourself, do it wisely. Start following your competitors and start seeing or some accounts that can be related to your niche, to your products, services, whatever you are selling or promoting on Instagram, and start looking for their feed. And whenever you see some good idea for your future Instagram post, save it into one specific folder. I always do it throughout the month before, so whenever I'm ready to start publishing and preparing content for the next month, I always open my sources for inspiration, for ideas, which comes to these folders and other sources that I'm going to be mentioning later. The second source for ideas is, of course, checking on your comments and DMs. You probably constantly get questions about your products or services, or some questions about what you're doing, about your field expertise. Always check these ideas and save some ideas as screenshot or just in the notes, whatever it's comfortable for you. Just start saving these ideas that can be covered in your future post. And of course, always check your comments. Maybe some questions that you get in the comments can be also converted into one of the posts for the next month. Also, do not underestimate communicating with your audience in your Instagram stories. Start asking them questions, what kind of posts they would like to see, what kind of tutorials, maybe some insights about your products or services your audience would like to see on your Instagram profile. Start a poll or use sticker questions to ask questions about what kind of post would be interesting for your audience to see on your Instagram profile. Get all of these ideas throughout the month, and maybe in the beginning it would not come that naturally that you have to pay attention on some of the ideas, but believe me, sooner or later, once you start practicing this will come naturally and you will start saving ideas all the time for the next month. Step number two, collecting ideas for the creatives or for the images. Now, if you are planning to hire a photographer for creating content for the next month, or you're making photo shoot of yourself, of the products yourself, start collecting some references as well. When you scroll through Instagram feed, start collecting ideas of your next photo shooting for the next month. Preparing for the next month would be more time consuming since you execute pictures, but if you have already the ideas, if you know what's going to be the mood or how you want your pictures to look like, it's going gonna be faster in any ways. The other sources of inspiration can be, of course, Pinterest. Pinterest is just full of amazing ideas. Whenever I have time and I just need some inspiration, I scroll through Pinterest and collecting ideas in more specific folders that I later on open once I'm ready to create content for the next month. The other source of inspiration can be Behance. Behance has lots of creators that publish really amazing content. Just go ahead and find the creators that can be inspiring for you and start following them and check them from time to time for the ideas for your creatives for the next month. Step number 3, creating the creative. So if you're decided to go for photo shooting yourself or for hiring a photographer, this is one thing, and this will take you a little bit more time. But if you're creating content that has any kind of graphic elements, I would highly recommend you to use Canva. I'm a huge fan of Canva. If you guys want to try Canva, you can check the link in the description box. It's a graphic design tool that is working in an absolutely simple and easy way. You can enhance your images with any kind of creative text, some animated elements, and convert this post into the video, which would perform much better. You can use GIFs, and also what I love about Canva that it provides you tons of free images that you can use for your Instagram profile. So go ahead and check Canva. The other platform that I personally use for creating Instagram creatives is Figma. I use Figma for creating this seamless Instagram carousel post that kind of is looking like one storyline or like one story, right? Figma is very easy to use as well, and I have made a video on Figma how to use it. You can check in the description box this video. Step number 4 is uploading your content once it's ready to any kind of auto-publishing tool. There are 2 ways to upload content for auto-publishing. The first method is via Facebook Creator Studio. This is official auto-publishing tool that is provided by Facebook Creator Studio, and it's absolutely for free. If you guys are limited on the budget, go ahead and try Creator Studio, but unfortunately in the Creator Studio you won't be able to mix the posts and just see how one is going to interact with another, just swap them around. This is not possible, but if you're limited on the budget, go ahead and try it. I personally like to use the third-party platform, which is a second method. Most of the cases they do have a free version, but it's quite limited, and I have a premium subscription of Later. If you guys want to try Later premium subscription, make sure to check the link in the description box and get 10 posts that are absolutely for free to be published on Later. I like Later because you can swap around the images, see how one is going to look with another, and there are a lot of things to automate your post on this platform. So if you have decided to go for Later, you will need to connect your Instagram profile with Later and convert it to a business profile if you are not yet on a business profile on Instagram. Once I'm ready with all my creatives and I uploaded all this creative into one of the publishing tools, I start writing the caption. So remember, once you're writing caption is, first of all, you will need to check the first step of your ideas, what this post is going to be about. And the second thing that is really crucial to remember is the first sentence of your caption should be as catchy as possible, because whenever someone is scrolling the feed and your post pop up, this user is going to see only the first sentence, and this sentence is so crucial. It would motivate the person either to open your post and start reading it or skip the post. And we of course need this person to open this Instagram post and start reading this. So make sure to write the first sentence as catchy as possible. The other thing that I also use besides information that I put in the post is call to action. Make sure that you add call to action in the end of the post or in the middle of the post. That will increase your engagement under the Instagram post. Step number 5 is optimizing the Instagram post for organic growth. And the first thing that I do is I put hashtags in the first comment. I like to publish it like this because it doesn't matter whether you publish your hashtags in the caption or in the first comment. I like to not make my caption messy, and I publish the hashtags in the first comment. So that is one of the reasons why I'm using Later. One of the reasons is because you can save in group hashtags according to different topics. I have prepared several groups of hashtags, and once I'm ready with one post, I choose the most relevant group of hashtags and just simply copy and paste these hashtags. The other thing that I do is, of course, indicating the location, and if I want to tag some publics that can republish my picture and would give me more extra exposure, I tag people on this image, which is also can be done automatically. And I made a video on this topic, how to tag your Instagram images to be reposted on the public pages, so it would bring you an extra exposure. Now, here is the question: how many Instagram posts do you need to prepare for the whole month? Well, guys, this really depends on your strategy. If you publish on a daily basis a lot of Instagram stories, let's say from 5 to 15 Instagram stories, then it's okay to not publish every day Instagram posts. But if it's on the contrary, you aren't that present in Instagram stories, then you need to publish more posts on your Instagram feed. And of course, I'm always for the quality of the post rather than the quantity of the post. And yeah, guys, that is it for today. I hope this video was useful for you. If there's any comments, topics, ideas for the next video, make sure to write it below in the comments, because I create content based on your requests.